boys? My name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my playthrough of Live a Live for Nintendo Switch. Where in the last video we left off, clearing all 8 chapters, only to find out it's not done. Yeah, as it turns out, there's something else in here. Yes, there is yet another chapter to play now. So you can actually play for the other chapters as well, but we need to go in here. And so we get to pick... So this is the Dominion of Hate. This is the actual last chapter of the game, and you can actually choose to replay the other chapters if you wanted to, or play the Dominion of Hate. However, you notice how Orestes is on the red path, and that's because he's a villain. You'd actually get a bad ending if we were to play it, so if we want to see this, we have to play with the other stuff. I named this character Yoshi for a reason, because we're going to play the chapter as him. That's why. So, now we get to see the longest chapter in the game, by far. At least when you're playing it this way, it's really long. It leaves off where we left off initially.
The sun rises. Someday it shall rise over a Japan free of strife and conflict. Have faith, my friend, for I feel that day is near.
Right. A quick interruption happens.
Foolish child, in shadow guides his kin, whose faith in men endures, despite their sins. Oh child, now come and see their true design.
So yeah, it leaves off shortly where the chapter ended, only to find out that we have been transported into some alternate dimension thing. The only way to go now is to find the stairs and then just follow it up. Alright. And here we'll see that the areas have changed quite a bit now recently. Oh, okay. So, remember those items from before? Well, yes, they remain here now. So this is the one reason why we didn't pick up these items right away, because, well, yeah, we can get them again. Now, we can get up to 4 characters at once. However, as you can see, we only start with 1 right off the bat. And just like in before... It's taking a bit to do it. Yep, random encounters are back. Almost all of these are very difficult. I'm not gonna say it enough. Almost all of these are very difficult. However, just like in the previous chapter, you can just run away from all the encounters. This time we're running for a very specific reason. It'd be kind of efficient to kill stuff with just 1 character, so it's very important that you first try to find a bunch of other characters first. Also, as you can see, this place right here that we just went on this extra spot, this is a hidden area. We did not get a chance to go here at first. In fact, they added this new path in more recently. It's now a hidden path that we can take. This is a completely separate path that wasn't in the original. And yes, this takes place in the medieval chapter, except there are even more areas to explore now, and there's even more extra stuff to find as well. It's very tricky to get through. Character isn't great as much as we want, but it's good enough that we should still be able to handle the battles. Took a save there because we're about to go into it now. So, although there's quite a few areas we can go, we start closest to where Pogo is, so we're gonna get him first. So he'll run away, and we'll have to actually find him twice. We'll pick up some bomb grass before the initial battle, because just like before, we can pick up infinite bomb grass here. And so it's very important that we do so if we want to make sure we're safe for the upcoming battle. And we should also check our equipment, as recently you might see that, yes, our gear from our previous characters has been transferred over. So any equipment we had, some of the other items and other stuff we had, one by one, any surviving items are transferred from one character to the other. At least that's what I thought, although I'm not sure if we found many items to begin with. Anyway, I need to talk to this guy a couple of times. This time around, he talks to us a little bit. Takes a little bit longer for him to hide in this version. He's a bit quicker in the animation. You have to do this like 3 dozen times. And then later he finally challenges you. So skip that cutscene, I will make an error save before this. There's actually quite a few different files we can get, but I guess we're sticking at file 3. I actually could have moved back up to file 1, it wouldn't have mattered much, but I decided, I guess we're sticking with this file now. Alright. This is why we did it. We have to do a battle here. So, yeah, we have to face Pogo now. Thankfully, there is an easy way to take him out right now. And that is the Phantom Butterfly spam. None of them have any weaknesses, but they also don't have any good resistances either. So if you know what you're doing, you can take out most of these opponents fairly easy, and that's what we're going to demonstrate. So we're kind of just going to put him to sleep and then just spam Shuriken Blodge from a distance.
I have.
This is the only reason why what people might consider picking Obomaru. Ooh. We need to move a bit, but now we're going to charge a move of our own. Oh, that's the AoE. Okay, there was no way to skip that. I could have just... He decided to get the AoE on me. Thankfully, that does almost no damage. Pogo's mostly a melee fighter. He's usually gonna try and get close to me most of the time. Okay, but this I can charge faster than his Big Shao. Alright, couple more Phantom Butterflies and he's down for the count. And now he'll join my party. And the character you start with as your leader, you have to keep him in the party the entire time. If there is any meaning in the man's grunts, it is a mystery. Invite him to accompany you?
Aye.
Yes, if we want to get the full 100%, we need to have everyone join in the party. at some point. And this is why we are trying to get the characters. Alright. It's kind of tricky to figure out where exactly you're supposed to go, but I know where a few characters are, and I know the village has one as well. But for the purposes of my walkthrough, I'm gonna go to Sea of Airs first. And all the tips that used to help you out, yeah, they're all removed in this, and now you have to play hard if you want to get through stuff. Now, as we get more characters, we could start potentially grinding up some of the monsters. However, as you can see, there's some things we just can't fight. We can get 4 characters at some point, but we can't fight every single battle. Some of them are just too difficult to face. And so I've decided to take the safest approach possible, that is just running from everything. You actually need to run for a couple battles for another special hidden boss that you have to get anyways later. I'm honestly not sure what the blue marker is, because I think that's trying to lead us towards a dungeon, although it's not going to really matter right now. Our first important thing, though, that we're trying to do is actually go ahead and run to the castle first. That's one of the first areas where we left a lot of treasure in. And the castle, for this reason, is going to have a lot of treasures. So by skipping all of that, well, actually, this is the version where we'd already gotten some. So I guess, oh wait, no. Right, because I had to redo it from the beginning, never mind. So, assuming I left I mentioned that I left some of the treasures in this area for a good reason, and here's why. Well, those treasures, you can actually get them in this chapter as well. So if you wait until now to pick it up, your main party can get it instead of Orestes, which the armor is way better for them, because not only does it give you a really good starting armor, but you can do pretty well once you get the right stuff. Now again, we can use the same strategies as before, although this time we have infinite supply of bomb grass, so we'll probably use those in some of the battles. Oh, okay. Okay, this is important. I can't go here later, but right now that area, this area that we just passed here, the Razor Eye Skip area, that's actually Ombomaru's trial right there. That's his trial that he has to do. So each character has a trial they can get to get some more powerful gear, and you're almost certainly going to need that gear if you want to even attempt any battles, as before that, some of the battles are going to be really tough. So now that we're finally in this area, we're gonna just go ahead and loot everything. And also, we looted towards the prison because, yeah, there's another character here. It's our boy, the wrestler, Masaharu.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Alright. And by entering the area, we see him in the prison. Now, assuming we're going for the best ending, which is what I'm trying to do, we are going to need to get all characters cells point. And you'll see as you approach Eva, he's gonna come
weirder and weirder. A European castle, and now a ninja. Let me ask you something. You here to pick a fight with me?
You have to say A in order to get him to join.
Bring it on!
Obviously, with most of these characters, they probably don't know what they're supposed to do, given they've just woke it up for this craziness. So again, we need to teach them a lesson by taking them out. Now this fight is just as similar if not actually easier. Because as you see there, Masaharu had almost no special defense whatsoever. So our Phantom Butterflies just obliterates him. That's another reason why we picked Obumaru. He's just the strongest character you can pick at the beginning, and it makes all of these early fights much easier because you could do other stuff. Also, you have a move that could just one-shot them all together. But Phantom Butterflies alone will take care of them.
Should tell you my name.
Alright.
Call it a hunch, but I'm guessing you don't belong here, same as me.
Yeah.
How's about you and me look around together? Aye.
Alright. Yeah! And now we get our third character. And this is where we might actually start fighting stuff. I initially didn't focus on it. And yes, Masaharu starts with almost no defense whatsoever, but as you find extra characters, you can get different stuff for them depending on what you've equipped. They won't always be able to equip all this stuff, but there are some stuff that will work better. This is actually better for him right now in terms of attack, so we're gonna put that on him instead. Right. As we find characters, we also get access to all the items they happen to have or survive with when they initially finish the chapter. Fortunately, Arbayashi did not have much left. Now with 3 characters, we can start to actually dip into some battles potentially. Although we're still not done yet with other stuff. Also, I figured since I'm going to be completing all the boss chapters anyways, I think I'm just going to go for Obumaru's chapter first, just because it's the closest to where my route is taking me right now. So it'll be what I have to do. Anyways, now we can finally see what the actual battles are like. The reason why I waited so long is because Masaharu could not get experience before, but now he can. So now we're back to fighting absolutely everything. Of course, because we're really strong, some battles we could just obliterate right that, and you can see he got a lot of experience. That's because before, Masaharu doesn't even get any experience whatsoever. And so, with that, you kind of just, he just kind of got a lot of experience really quickly. So, he's gonna get some levels really quickly because of that, because before, he didn't even get a chance to get experience. And also, this massive room over here has some of the best armor in the game. Now, initially it was changed to be something different, or Joshua Trade Seeds, but by saving this until later, we can root some extra items that will really help us. And it is Zangani Strells. Those are some of the best healing items in the game we can find here. So, that's the only reason why I saved it, is because now we can actually get it ourselves. Who needs it more? You do more special damage. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Alright. That's the only reason why we didn't loot those rooms so early, is because looting them now is much better, because you get some of the best healing items in the entire game, and trust me, we're gonna need them for the last boss of this fight again. This is not really a big deal, all things considered, especially if this just completely destroys the opponents. Yeah, look at that. And they're even vulnerable to it, so they died even quicker. Alright, I haven't seen his other move yet. Let's just do all the strongest abilities right off the bat. Make it intense. I'm gonna pass with Masaru. Not really using him right now. We're still gonna need him later, though. Alright.
I take what is given, nothing else.
Oh yeah, actually, he starts at only level 3. And even if you, like, skip certain abilities, you can actually see that he actually got an ability just from, like, doing that other spot. Which means, by taking out certain encounters, you can actually still get some abilities that you haven't unlocked yet, which is nice. Now, as this is an exploratory chapter, it is also the longest chapter in the game. They saved this for last for several reasons. One, it's more cooler than the others, and two, because, well, there's actually 7 miniature dungeons hidden within this, all of which have to be completed if you want to get the best gear in the game, which is what makes it so difficult in the first place. And we're starting with the castle just because, well, the castle has more looting items, or items that we can loot from it. And thankfully, of course, just like before, the game does make it a bit easier on you by telling you there's like a gray marker on certain spots, which gives you kind of a hint as to where you go. Okay, this is a bit much. Actually, wait. One thing I could do is just take a look at their health. Okay, they're not actually that healthy. I guess because it... Oh, yeah, that's right. We could just take out the guy in the back. You know what? I'm gonna just move forward and just hit this guy with a Phantom Butterflies. Let's see if that'll work. You can flee at any time, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, yeah, Masaru's really overpowered. Why was I thinking these encounters were going to be bad? Some of them, not really that bad. That one was really good for experience. Everybody got a lot from that. And we got Tornado Press. So yes, any moves Masaru didn't learn before, you can just learn them by leveling up, which is another reason why you don't necessarily have to go for all the moves, because all that does, it just makes him start with all the moves sooner. But if you missed any moves, he will learn them one by one on each level up until he has them all. So eventually he is going to get all of them. Okay, I'm gonna change this around. Now you will want to certainly unequip certain characters as they go around, because you won't want to stuff all the time. Well, you don't want to have them go around with no equipment whatsoever. Because, in case you didn't notice, this whole level has like a party change mechanic. You don't, similar to some of the other Final Fantasy games, you don't have a set party. Instead, you have to form it manually, and you can walk out with as many as 4 characters at once, but only a 4-character limit. Okay, this one's a bit trickier. That's a lot of enemies here. Start by using Phantom Butterflies to try and take them down a bit. Okay, that one, for some reason, missed. Okay, we can use a massive AoE to hit multiple of them at once. What do we want to do against them? Let's do this. Alright. This is cool. Okay, that was cool. I like that. A decent amount. was wondering if that would interrupt. Okay, this one is certainly doable, just really annoying. Somehow none of them hit that other character. Guess they can only hit a certain heat all at once. If we wanted to, we could always just choose to get our... Alright. Okay, got them out of the way. How much longer are we gonna stand in this? Alright. The only good thing that we have that isn't technically an AoE heal is Masaharu can... Well, yeah, Masaharu can heal himself if he needs to, although we don't really need that. What do we need? That one's kind of bad. Let's give him this. For no good reason. I'll give him that. Okay, that was not the best start of it.
Trust in the phantasm.
Oh wow, that did a lot to him. Alright, so just as I thought, the damage was fair. Okay, I'm not gonna be dumb. I need to heal Masaharu right now.
I know your mind.
Probably should have done this sooner. That is what it is. Took a bit, but we'll get a lot of experience from this one. Almost got a level up on Yuji. Alright. But yes, Masaharu gets quite a few levels here, because he is still pretty new. So, one of the reasons we wanted to wait was mostly waiting until we got him, and also just taking these guys out with just one character is not the best. Okay, nothing better there. Another unicorn iron. Let me get that to this here, because he... Obenmaru, rather, because he needs the special attack. Alright. And we're done looting the castle now. Kind of interesting, as the medieval editor, Orestes kind of just left all of this and ran away, and so now we're free to just take everything. Isn't there something else in there? Okay, I don't think there is. Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The round contraption is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It appears to be made of metal. Don't we have an upgrade or robotic enhancement? Let's try using that. This is interesting. I've never seen something like this before. Okay, this might take a bit longer than I expected to find. Initially, I rooted around getting a character. Yes, that's Cube up there. But apparently, I don't know how to get to that. So, yeah. Actually, now I think of it, I'll use this time to be right back for a minute. I will see ya in a bit. Alright guys, we're back. So yeah, I found out you need a different item to go in the area. Well, that's fine because I have to go to a different route and recruit a different character anyways to get access to his items and a couple of other stuff. These guys on the right. Does he have like a bigger move? Let's do that instead. If this hits, it's guaranteed to kill someone. One of them, that is. Alright.
What's this?
That stun is kind of annoying, to be honest. Having immunity on Master Haro is not the best. Alright. Okay, this time around I think I'm gonna have to use Master Haro as at least a support character. What do we have? Small amount and remove detrimental status effects. Yeah, let's do that.
This'll do.
Oh, okay, that's only one character once. Oh yeah, right, I forgot I had to select the character first. Whoops.
I will return the favor.
Alright, now he's back up. Okay, that works. Alright, there we go.
Trust in the phantasms.
Alright, we got them down. That poison tail takes a while. Alright. There we go.
Be at peace.
Who's next? Who's next?
We need to get most of these so that we most experience. As tempting as it is to run away from encounters, we probably have to get some of the experience right now. Not only to get like level 16, but to get some other stuff. I obviously don't want this to take forever or do some other stuff, so I'll try to root in as many dungeons as I can. Although, not right now. Probably when I get 4 characters, I'll do that, just so I maximize the amount of experience that's gained between them. So, I'm gonna basically tell you my route. I'm gonna get 4 characters. First, particularly the bad ones, I don't want to recruit, although Pogo I might actually put in, just because he's a massive tank and be a massive help. Be kind of disgrace if I didn't put him in. Of course, the problem is I want, Lei in as well. That's a really big problem. Oh, okay, he has almost no health.
I never
Only 52. We could take that out rather quickly. Okay, let's try the thing I was trying to do before. Let's try Big Shout. Because this is a AoE that hits the entire screen. Well, that did lots of things. Oh, but they're weak to that, so I'll give him that. Still killed him in 1 hit.
Hell yeah!
This is the thing that is the fastest that Obumaru could do right now, so it's probably what we're going to be using. Unless there's more than one.
Yeah! Who's next? Who's next?
Goodness, that was only just a single fight, and Master already gained a level. Now you see how behind they are, and also why we picked them up, characters like Master Haru first. It's to grind them up so that when they do their bosses later, it'll be easier. Although we're not necessarily going to bring them to the final battle. This is most of a grind so that they can do their dungeons properly and other stuff. Because each character requires that you have a specific character in a party in order to do the dungeon. Otherwise, you don't get anything. Of course, we have to find each of their individual dungeons. And here we also find Akira kind of sleeping in. And yes, we have to recruit Akira as well, even though we're probably not going to use him. He's probably the weakest character of this game by far, but he could maybe do some stuff.
Thought I was the only one here.
Alright.
One sec. Okay then.
Alright.
Judging from that look in your eye, I'm guessing you don't trust me. Am I right?
Aye.
Well, I don't trust you either.
Oh. Alright, so if you want him to join your party, you have to battle him too. Although the fight is pretty much similar to what we did before. Get the setup and hit him with the Phantom Butterflies. 2 of those will kill him, just like before. It's kind of funny because they look scary at first because it's like you're fighting only one character you're fighting with only one character, your leader. So if you picked a really bad leader, these fights are all kind of difficult, but...
Well, that sucked. Had you figured wrong? Guess I should introduce myself.
Name's
I
Akira.
usually prefer to go it alone, but... Well, you don't seem like a total asshole, so... Wanna team up?
Aye.
Right. I'm guessing you could skip the fight if you want. Oh! You stand within the trial of wisdom. Those who favor strength cannot proceed alone. So yeah, some of these areas, in case you didn't know, yes. If you're trying to explore them now, they actually teleport you into somewhere else else completely separate. That's actually Cube's dungeon right there, just kind of hidden in the middle of the town. So all the same areas you can explore in these areas, they are actually dungeon locations for some reason. It's kind of goofy actually to think of. And I think if I'm gonna do the dungeon grind setup, I should probably stay true to my word and do the leader dungeon first, because... Oh, wow. You're surrounded, Obumaru. Alright, the first thing I'm gonna do is run him over to the side so he doesn't get killed by absolutely everything. And I'm gonna run you in so you can take the brunt of the damage. Pogo's a big tank in case you haven't noticed. He can destroy almost everything very quickly, and also is kind of hard to kill as well. Our other character is probably going to be almost exclusively our other character that is in the area, Kira, is almost exclusively probably going to be a healer, because he's really weak otherwise, so it's better if he just does heals. That's a big attack from that one Addy. Oh, I guess he could do this as well.
Shut up already.
You know what? I guess he has the AoEs. Almost forgot about that. Okay, that worked actually. I think it's because we got some of his better armor that he's doing it slightly better. Gonna just pass and wait. Often it's better to just pass with certain characters because of how weak they are and just wait for Obumaru or Pogo to do their attacks instead. That's fine though. We're gonna be getting some stronger characters that'll be more useful later on. Most of this experience is just from Masuharu, because, like I said, he starts the lowest, so we need to level him up a bit if we want him to learn all of his abilities. Now, this area is certainly a lot to explore, so we probably won't do it all in one video, for sure. Some spots are even more hidden than you think. Archon's Roost is where we have to go, by the way, but don't want to go there just yet. Alright, okay, we can't AoE them down with that, but they're really vulnerable against his shout, so we could just use that. Take out that one because it's a bit close to me.
Oh,
Nothing.
shit.
Confusion. Remember what I said about him being a healer? Yeah, let's do that. I guess we could just put enemies to sleep with him if you want. Heal
Get
you.
it together.
Alright. I guess that's the one good thing about Kira is he is one of the few actual healers in the game.
Who's next? Who's next?
You get some item. You can get some healing items even if you haven't collected them by fighting the enemies around the area, which is nice. Alright. Into Trial of Keys we go. We don't have a rusted key yet. Now, the only way to get rusted keys, annoyingly enough, is to fight opponents. Or just go and fight opponents until you encounter the enemy called the Shadow. This is who you need to kill. He will drop an item upon death if you kill him. We're just gonna hit him from range. It's probably easier than trying to come closer to him. There's a attack. Okay, he mostly missed with that. Goodness.
I never miss.
Meanwhile, Bumaro never misses, as we just took him out. There's our Rusted Key. So yeah, we have to fight those opponents throughout the area to get Rusted Keys. To open doors to move on in certain areas. So, in order to go everywhere, we must complete certain sections. Now, after all that grinding, though, thankfully, Master I was hit like level 8 or something, which is early karma. Oh wow, and now we see the truth beyond some of these dungeons. They are massive compared to some of the other dungeons we've encountered. We're gonna take the line away around most of them, though, because, again, we need to... that is not... Oh. We have the... For some reason, we have the teleport ability again. I think by putting in Akira, we have the teleport again. It's interesting.
I never miss.
Interesting.
Shut up already.
Alright.
I have you.
Okay, that was a lot of misses. Oh, he just exploded. Oh, it's one of those annoying opponents that we have to take out from a distance. Oh, you missed him. This again. You know what? I probably should have just teleported. Way too difficult of a battle. Had no choice but to do that. I believe since it's a little while longer, I think add a teleport we can use. That was what you probably should have just ran away from. Or disabled its Zeus. Again, you want to run from enemies that aren't the Shadow and take out the Shadow so you can get more keys. There's lots of optional paths as well, so it's very easy to get lost here. case you hadn't noticed, almost all of these enemies aren't really vulnerable to physical attacks or resistant attacks.
What's this?
So you have to kind of pick and choose between the right attacks in order to take them out.
Be at peace.
In this case, they're vulnerable to melee. Some of them are vulnerable to absolutely nothing. In which case, you would have to just attack and do some other stuff. And yes, I'm intentionally not looking up stuff this time. I'm going in blind. Most of it is to get the keys so I can go into other areas. Oh, I see now. So there's separate keys from the other ones, and we have to find them. Hashtag why it's called Trial of Keys. They are probably only vulnerable to physical attacks or something like that. At least they look magic to me. Maybe it's not the case? Who knows? They don't have any weaknesses, though. Alright. My goodness. This is taking a bit longer than I wanted to.
Sleep it off.
Stop to them attacking. Alright, this is a... I don't know why I consider going into the battles. Sometimes I feel like I go to then other times I feel like I just have no reason to also.
Huh? Where the hell are we?
Oh, I see. Wait, this is his dungeon. Where have we ended up? Yes. Also, this is a thing that only happens when you are playing with Akira. Suddenly we're lost and we have no clue where we're going right now. How are we gonna get out of this place? I have no idea. Cut these guys again. You have almost no weakness to anything. We're just gonna have to do attacks that do massive damage instead. Alright. I did a bit more.
Shut up already.
Let's use this.
Suck it.
That did a lot. All that only to have him do not much damage.
I'll show you how.
Some of these battles aren't tougher than I thought. How many resistance does this guy have? He's resistant to everything. Oh, right. We're gonna have to just keep doing the high damage attacks to take him out. Yeah, 16 out doesn't mean anything if we can't do lots of damage to him at once.
It's over.
Good grief. Gonna have to get closer to him.
Here.
Moving him in so I can start doing healing.
Get it
Here.
together.
If I just hit him with that, that would have been so much easier. They just had tons of resistance there. Good grief, though. Some of these battles are really annoying. Alright. Well, I think it's about time we stopped. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Who knows how long this chapter could take. It's designed to be really bad, so yeah, I'll see you guys when we continue in this chapter, I guess. See you later. Bye.